you're doing. Hey, Brian, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you, Ash?
I'm doing good. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics in higher education. It's the journey to enrollment, which might sound boring to some people, but it's really important. And
Absolutely.
so, yeah, we know that prospective students don't go from prospect to full-time student overnight. There's all these like little touch points along the journey to get them from interest to application, and then even getting them to just get to the school and become a student. And we call that the journey to enrollment. So today we're going to talk about how colleges can kind of optimize that journey, our own experiences with it, and just kind of the shortcomings that we've seen in some of these. So, Brian, I know that we've talked about a little bit about your own experience as your son has gone through this process. Tell us a little bit about what you've seen and what has been good and where colleges have come up short.
Yeah, awesome. It's funny because my son, he was interested in going to a certain school down in LA, and so we did an application, and the follow-up was absolutely amazing. So the student journey that he received, just all the touch points from the time we sent in the email, from the counseling office setting up a campus tour, to them sending a package that included a hat from the college, and other swag, that kind of, it brought him into this loyalty thing. Like, he already felt like he was part of the school because they did it right.
Mhm.
And then the areas that he was concerned about, financial aid, which is a big one for most students, they completely spelled it out. So it was just kind of an incredible journey. And then when we went down for the campus tour, like, it was tailored to exactly what he wanted to go to school for. And then the follow-up after that was just phenomenal. It was this regular cadence of, hey, how can we help you get to the next step? He ended up not going there, but it made me think about that process, because we had also applied to some other colleges that the follow-up was horrible.
What made
So
it bad?
just not any connection after you applied. They sent a packet and that was it. Like,
Mhm.
figure it out. Good luck.
Yeah.
We'll see you when you get here. Send us your check. And so it was
Yeah.
just like really a lackluster kind of experience for us. So, we've worked in the college environment for a long time, and I'm like, wow, how could we help colleges make the student journey through the application process better, right? And
Mhm.
so it's like everything that I want to tailor is tailored to that first experience that my son had, because it just made him feel like it was part of what he wanted to do, and that they were the guide to getting him into the school. Like, every step of the way was just phenomenal. So some of the things that we look at when we're trying to craft a student journey is, we want to make sure that we look at all of the touch points that a college has with a student, and there's many. So as a student migrates through the application process, there's going to be financial aid, there's going to be counseling, there's going to be admissions. So each department that they touch, there's going to be a sequence of things that need to get done. And if a college addresses it the right way and has the right touch points, whether they're personal touch points, whether they're emails or mailings that get done, they can be done in this automated sequence that feels very personal, right? And so as we craft these application journeys for colleges, we're trying to think through that process of, how do we make this journey feel like it's tailored just to the student?
Yeah, yeah, that's right on. I think personalizing it based on their interests or what they're going to be majoring in, or any of those extracurricular things that they might be interested in, that is a great way to get students more engaged and involved and feel like they're a part of a community. And even beyond that, we can tailor it to when they're applying. So because the school year is kind of the same for everyone, it's fall to spring, we can tailor it from when they're applying. So are they applying to this college or showing interest in this college when they're a senior in high school, or are they a junior in high school, or are they a sophomore in high school? And we can kind of start that drip campaign based on where they're at, because the same marketing for a senior it's not going to be the same for a sophomore. So I think the personalization aspect of it, that makes total sense. I think that's probably what resonated with your son so much, one of the things. and just being active. So what are the things that colleges need to be communicating about? So obviously we can communicate things around academics, but what else is drawing these prospective students in?
Yeah, it really depends on why a student's coming in. I think we've talked about it in some other videos that we've done, but there's different reasons why students come into a college, right? There is, hey, I want a career, right? So if it's a high school student and they just want to get out there and make money, and they have some idea of, hey, this is where I want to go. Maybe it's automotive, or it's nursing, or law enforcement, or something that is a career track. Then we can tailor that information based on where they are in their journey. They're high school students, right? They're thinking about the outcome, which is a job or a career. So they're interested in, hey, how do I make money, right? So, and how fast can I get there? And so we tailor our messaging then kind of around that. Like, hey, here's the steps that you need to do to go to college. Here's the career track that you may need to take. So that's counseling, right? And then the admissions and financial aid is like, and this is how much it's going to cost. So we address all those things in a kind of a logical sequence, and it can be automated. A lot of it can be automated until you get to the point where you need this this personalization, where a person has to come in and actually walk them through a process, or get them to the next step.
Right. Yeah, that's great. That's super helpful. Thanks so much for your time today, Brian.
Yeah, thank you. Super fun.